A FLEX SEAL liquid as seen on TV, liquid rubber in a can, exclamation point. The color is black, it stops leaks fast, exclamation point. And this is a pretty good size can, 128 fluid ounces or 3.79 liters, basically a paint can. Yeah, it's also non-flammable, non-toxic, non-hazardous, it's even mold resistant. And check this out, it's made in the USA. A big thumbs up for that right there. What are my thoughts on FLEX SEAL liquid? In a word, wow. You guys know that I am not one who's easily impressed, but I'm honestly impressed. Just look at this. No video trickery here. Just look at that. Look at that. Not even a drop. Not even on this side. And as you guys saw in that demonstration, there was quite the sizable hole in this bottle. Okay, I drilled like a ½ inch hole and it's sealed up perfectly. As for dipping your tools in it to get a nice rubberized coating on the handle, as you can see, it works. The only thing you need to do, and this is important, if it's a wood handle, you need to sand it with some fine grit sandpaper so it will adhere to it properly. Now, before I get into the pros and cons, there's one thing that needs to be addressed, and that is the way they advertise this product. In the commercial, Phil Swift has a boat, the bottom of which has been replaced with window screen. They then cover that window screen with FLEX SEAL liquid, and Phil Swift proceeds to have a grand old time out on the water. This bothers me. Not a wee little bit, but a lot. A whole lot. And here's why. It's an extreme sales pitch. I know some of you are saying, JD, they're just trying to prove a point. They're trying to prove that FLEX SEAL liquid can seal out water. Yes, that's what they're trying to do, and they make their point quite well. However, when you see something like that, you can't help but question, is that real? Is that video trickery? What am I seeing? It raises doubt in the mind of the viewer, and that bothers me. Now, I personally don't have a boat, so I can't replicate what they did to find out if it works. But nevertheless, I decided to conduct my own extreme experiment. I took a piece of particle board, or compressed board as it's sometimes called, and I coated it with 2 coats of FLEX SEAL liquid. I then proceeded to put the coated piece and an uncoated piece in a bucket of water. As you can see here, I had to lay a brick on top because particle board likes to float in water. I then left those 2 pieces soaking in that bucket of water, not for 1 day, not for 2 days, but for 3 days. in direct sunlight. I wanted to see how well FLEX SEAL liquid can seal out the water. And after 3 days, as expected, the uncoated piece was swollen and soggy. Cutting into it with a handsaw felt like I was cutting into wet granola. This, of course, is what you expect with particle board. I mean, it doesn't like water. As for the piece that was coated with 2 coats of FLEX SEAL, cutting into it with a handsaw, it felt solid. It felt like it should. And upon closer inspection, as you can see here, it's bone dry on the inside. Bone dry. Now let's get into the pros. Pro number 1, easy to use. If you can paint, you can use FLEX SEAL liquid. It's that simple. Pro number 2, easy cleanup. Your rollers and brushes can be cleaned with mineral spirits. Pro number 3, durability. You guys remember the rubber mallet? After coating this handle with FLEX SEAL liquid, I left it in the sun, direct sunlight, exposed to the elements for a week. For 1 week, 7 days. And it's good. Hasn't flaked off, hasn't peeled, nothing. It's good. Now on to the cons. Con number 1, this one is completely subjective. I'm being incredibly nitpicky, but it's got to be mentioned. You're limited on color options. FLEX SEAL liquid is only available in black, white, gray, and clear. That's it. Only 4 color options. That makes me sad. Come on, people at FLEX SEAL headquarters, colors please. FLEX SEAL liquid should come in colors. Con number 2, and this one is a little more serious. When you're using FLEX SEAL liquid to coat your tools, after it dries, it becomes a magnet for lint and little particles out of the air. Take a look. Look at all those little lints, little hairs, little particles out of the environment. This is not a big deal. At least it's not a big deal for me, but for some of you, it could be a serious con. So the bottom line for FLEX SEAL liquid, it works. It does exactly as advertised, and it does it very, very well. So it gets a well-deserved, perfect 10 out of 10. It's a definite buy. And of course, we have to ask the big question and give the big answer of the day. When I finish off what's left in this can, will I go out and buy some? Duh, weren't you paying attention? I just gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some.